I request the executive directors and CVO sir to please come on the dais. Sir. Yeah, sir. Thank you, sir. Entire hall is full. So let me request all of you to once again give a big round of applause. Thank you. Thanks. Before we start, I'd request our Executive Director, Siddharth Gupta sir, to please welcome MD sir with a flower bouquet. Thank you, sir, for doing the honor. Yeah. I request our GM, Geeta Nagarajan Madam, to hand over a bouquet to Madam Akadas. Thank you, ma'am. And now I request our Executive Director, Subrat Kumar Saab, to please hand over a bouquet to Mr. Anurag. Yeah. Please come, Anurag. Thank you, sir. And now I request our General Manager, Puspa Chaudhary Madam, to hand over a bouquet to Anushka. Thank you, sir. Now, please take seat. Respected MD, Sridhar sir, Madam Alka Madam, respected Executive Director, Das Gupta sir, respected ED, Subrat Kumar Saab, our CVO, VK Gupta Saab, respected ED, Rajgopal Saab in absentia, respected ED, Karthikeyan Saab in absentia, Anurag, Anushka, our ED, we still call ED, our Damodaran sir. Thanks for coming. Chauhan sir, welcome sir. My CGMs, Das Saab, PK Sinha Saab, Abhijit in absentia, all the general managers and BGs from Mumbai, Subrat, and from Pune, Havota, zonal managers from Mumbai, all Sani, Devraji, zonal manager Pune, Sri Vishwal Saab, yes, our ex-general manager Kulkarni Saab, he has come all the way from Pune. All my dear friends and colleagues, very warm good morning to all of you. Farewells are really difficult times and lot of mixed thoughts, feelings. It keeps on haunting us, and particularly at a time when our association is so long Yesterday only we were just trying to recall that in Bank of India's history, in fact, the history which we know, there's no whole-time director who has been for such a long period on the board of bank. And farewell, as I was telling, it is difficult time. एक दुष्यंत कुमार का शेर है, मैं तुझे भूलने की कोशिश में आज कितना करीब पाता हूँ. So that I think sums up the feeling जो है कि when we try to bid farewell, all our feelings it come haunting to us, and we really feel so near when we have to part ways. That's a feeling we can say we have. Little brief about Saab. Saab has he has done his graduation in applied economics. He was NET holder. He was doing doctorate at IIT Kharagpur. In fact, he is IIT Kharagpur alumni. He started his banking career in 1994 and later on moved to Vijaya Bank. He has headed Lucknow zone of Vijaya Bank, Lucknow region, and Delhi region of Vijaya Bank. And from there, on 17th February 2017, he was elevated as Executive Director of Bank of India, along with Damodaran Saab. So both of them, in fact, came same day to Bank of India. It has been, I think, 5 years, 11 months, 2 days. That's the journey he had with Bank of India. He was elevated as MD and CEO on 20th January 2020. I was fortunate, I think, one person when we were in Goa. That is the time when order came, and I witnessed his elevation as MD. Also, that's the fortune I carried, privilege. For his journey in Bank of India, I would say, and I'd request all of you to please appreciate, it has been a kind of roller coaster ride. Many ups and downs Bank of India has seen during last 6 years. I'll just name a few, and maybe in order of where we felt maximum impact. Bank went into, we have seen a down when bank went into PCA in December 2017, hardly less than 10 months when Saab was here on the board. And but came out of PCA in record time. So that's the, we have seen, we have witnessed that. I think those were the days from around 2015 up to 2020. We continuously we were booking losses. But one good thing, after Saab has joined, and I think we have, by that time we have reached to a point, last 12 quarters, continuously we are posting profits. We have witnessed pandemic last, 2021 especially, where we have suffered many losses. In fact, 143 lives we have lost for our employees. But that's the time when we have also witnessed resilience of our workforce. And we could witness, and those were the days, entire large-heartedness and magnanimity of Board of Bank of India and especially our MD and CEO. All employee welfare measures, in fact, Bank of India was front runner in bringing employee welfare measures during pandemic times. These are the times when we have seen individual brilliance also. Saab is a very, he is a sports lover. So, in terms of our sports persons, our athletes, this is the time I think Bank have seen or produced Olympians, world champions, Commonwealth champions, those who have brought laurels to Bank. So that's, I mean, Saab was, I don't know from where he used to get time to interact personally with all of them before event and even after events. I mean, I don't know, sir, how could you manage all those? Bank have seen many structural changes during last 5 years. We experimented with the, I can say, very beautiful concept of area managers. And many of those area manager offices finally matured into zones. We started with around 53, 54 zones. Today we are 69 zones strong. We have opened 3 NBGs during last years. We have opened Gift City. We have opened Gift City branch, one of our IFSC branches recently. We have opened new departments also, FEBO, FBD, transaction monitoring department. Very silently, in fact, we have remotely located part of our head office during this period. I mean, people used to, other banks, they claim, okay, this is a very big bank change. But in our bank, we did it very, very silently and coolly. And those, changes of far-reaching implications have been brought during this period. We have very recently, on 14 January, we inaugurated third head office building for Bank of India. And those who have visited that building, it is, people envy. That's, many of general managers now telling you, okay, that's the building we should get the transfer. During this period, bank has crossed 10 lakh crores of business. That's in June 2020, we have crossed 10 lakh crores of business. We have created CGM cadre for the bank. And we have got our 4th ED in the bank, that 4th ED position in the bank. Yeah, there were downsides also. We could not pay PLI to our employees. But we have always kept our pole position in social banking. That's one of, again, one of the areas which was close to heart for Saab. We always, in particularly social banking, financial inclusion, and these areas, Bank of India is just, beyond reach for other banks. That's a kind of, and certainly for PLIs, it will be pre-announcement, but we are sure to get PLI this year to maximum extent. We have seen the era of elevated NPAs in our bank, and whereby we have been criticized by the market. But simultaneously we silence the market by our, especially by our credit monitoring teams, by managing the slippages to the minimum and keeping the credit cost at minimum for the bank. In fact, that's the industry benchmark. We can say that the kind of credit cost we are having for the bank. We have revived, or rather, improved our international operations. We have salvaged 2 of the centers which were at the brink of closure, Dubai and New Zealand, and both of the centers are now earning profit for them. For last 2 years, and again for this year also, we are going to keep our promotions on time for all employees and saving 1 year for it. We have done record recruitments during last few years. And in fact, the number of employees as of now, historically, it is the highest level for Bank of India. All these ups and downs, I think there are many unfinished, there are few only I could cite. There are many unfinished agenda, but that is the sign of a live and kicking organization. This journey has to continue. We have to continue on our improvement journey. And that is the sign of prosperity. We are on the path to prosperity, and sir, we are sure that, okay, this journey will continue. Another thing I should say, okay, tough times, it produces strong men. It is said, it is a kind of saying, in tough days we produce strong men. Sir, we have been chiseled, I can say, polished many a times by you and all the leadership, including Damodharan Sahab here. So we can say, okay, I foresee a very strong leadership emerging from our AGMs, DGMs, and GMs cadre. They are ready to take the leadership forward, take the challenges forward. Many of them are ready to sacrifice not only their comforts, but even their career for the growth and prosperity of bank. And in time to come, I think this team is going to bring good days for Bank of India. At personal level, I have known Saab personally many times. He is one person, he doesn't open his heart easily, but only you have to see through. So, कभी-कभी साहब बोलते थे ना यार, it is very lonely at the top. So, only thing I can say is, okay, I found a free spirit trying to come out of all this constraint and bondage. और कभी-कभी जब भी साहब बोलते थे कि it's very lonely at the top, मुझे एक बिरजा गालिब का शेर आता था कि वो दर्दे हयात और रंजे गम असल में दोनों एक हैं. जिंदगी की कैदे हयात और रंजो गम असल में दोनों एक हैं. जिंदगी की कैद और सफरिंग both are it has to coexist together. So that's but I could never muster the courage to say it to you. Finally, I can say this is the time. Many of his responsibilities he will be, now leaving it back. और वो हनुमान चालीसा में एक चौपाई है ना, छूटा ही बंधे महासुख होई. So एक बार बंधन छूटता है तो that is the blissful life you enjoy. On behalf of our department, on my personal behalf, sir, on behalf of Bank of India entire family, I too wish you a blissful, joyful and happy retired life. Thanks everyone. We have limited time. I think I also overstepped the time allotted to me. I request all the speakers to be brief. There are many speakers who are lined up. If time permits, otherwise few of them we will be taking in the boardroom. Because this function we will have to close in time. So to start with, I request our Bank of India Officers Association President, Federation President, Mr. Nilesh. Okay, sir, before that, Nilesh, before that, department has prepared a montage, a musical video clip for SAP, and I request them to please run. Now Nilesh, please.
Sir, the respected MD and CEO, the Utsav Murti of the day, the man of the moment and the man of our Bank of India, Shri Atanukumar Das Saab, Executive Directors, Das Gupta Saab, Kartikeyan Saab, CVO Gupta Ji, Alka Madam, Anurag Ji, Anushka, our ex-Executive Director Damodaran Saab, all the CGMs, GMs, all my officers who are present here and all the people who are watching this webcast live across the country. A very warm good morning to each one of you from Federation of Bank of India Officers Association. I've been entrusted this responsibility to communicate your love and respect, the love and respect of more than 27,000 officers of Bank of India to our respected MD and CEO. Speaking after an eloquent speaker like Pathak Saab, it is very difficult because he has tried to cover everything. It was a very informative speech, but I'll try to be as brief as possible. And like Sunil sir has said, that the real test of a man occurs when he is under troublesome situation. The same applies to our MD and CEO Atanukumar Das Saab. When he stepped in, it was a very troublesome situation. And that was the real test of this great individual. महान कवि संस्कृत के कालिदास जी ने कहा है कि सोना तप के ही सोना बनता है. और इसीलिए लास्ट मोर देन अराउंड 6 years जो सर ने श्रम परिश्रम, he has put his blood, sweat for this organization and ensured that it has come out of so many hard times. The hard times that Pathak Saab was just referring may be the PCA time, the prompt turnaround that we had from PCA to PTA. I still recollect the speech that Shankar Das Gupta ji had said in this auditorium itself when we had turned around. It was because of the beautiful team of Damodaran Saab, Das Saab. They both were part of that team over here. Post that, he faced a big situation when the profits were low, NPAs were rising. Post that, a very big emotional appeal was made during ESPS time and the share prices were rock bottom. But this gentleman didn't lose his hope. When we were starting to regain our lost ground, all of a sudden, the entire world was in the COVID state. And that is why many businesses got hampered. We were not left out. But again, this gentleman steered it during those tough times also. Because I still recollect, during COVID times, initially, when there was huge fear among everybody, Das Saab, Pathak Saab used to regularly call the people who were in hospital. I'm sure Secretariat Verma ji and Mahato Saab also used to give a call on behalf of sir to just know what the employees are going through. This is a sign of the personal attachment that Das Saab has with each of the officers. Slowly, steadily, our results started showing good profits, and it is only and only because of his tiring efforts that now for the last 12 quarters we are showing profit, and it's a sustainable profit. So I think we should give a big round of applause to the entire board for this, led by him. To sum it up in one line for his efforts, I would just like to say, लहरों से डरकर नौका पार नहीं होती, लहरों से डरकर नौका कभी पार नहीं होती, कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती. And इनकी कोशिश की वजह से now today Bank of India is again gaining the lost reputation that we had, and we are coming up with good numbers. Our recent profits have shown the gross profit. He always, whenever we used to meet, he always said that we are having one stigma on our bank that we are the only left out bank which is not able to give PLI. And I am sure, sir, that would be the best gift that we can give you when in April you see the PLI, all the employees of Bank of India getting PLI. See, his ideas have always translated into vibrant energy, which has ensured success for the bank every single time. We are really thankful to his leadership during the phase that our bank was going through. He is responsible for many new initiatives, especially staff welfare related initiatives. Pathak Saab was just mentioning few of them. See, his signature is, what new can we do? Every time, whenever we used to meet him, and he always used to give us an audience. His doors were always open for us at any given point of time. Whenever we used to go with any even small suggestion, he used to give us an audience and he used to patiently listen and give us that due recognition, and he used to ensure that all the suggestions which can be implemented for the welfare of the staff were implemented in due time. And that is the only reason that during COVID, as a bank, as a basket of benefits, Bank of India got the maximum basket of benefits. If you compare with PNB or other banks, I'm not demeaning other banks, but as a basket of benefits, we got the maximum. Even now also, I would just like to take this liberty of saying few things which are under discussion. Sir was actively involved in all the staff related measures, wherein we are putting up the welfare related initiatives for BSBS. If any staff dies in harness, his amount should be increased. Sir has given a positive go ahead for it. We have put up a request for creche facility for all the employees who are at major centers. Sir has again said we can work out, because now we have Star House 3, so there will be ample amount of space. We can have a creche. So this is how he gives shape to the initiatives. Many people would be giving you monetary benefits, but Das Saab is a person who likes to give something which will have a long-lasting effect, which will have a long-lasting effect on your working conditions, so that you can contribute better. So this is a real gem sitting over here, very down to earth, who has always been approachable. I really, the way Pathak Saab just said, how did he manage to get time to respond to all the athletes? Really, sir, we admire you for that. Even at any given point of time, I have texted you. You have always acknowledged the message and responded, sir. Sir, it's a very humble and down-to-earth quality that you have, which I guess most of them should be following. Sir's style has always been to do credit expansion, but at the same time, he has never lost focus on quality of asset and compliance. So that is his mantra that he has always said in all the zonal manager conferences, all the town hall meetings that he has addressed, and that is the reason that our bank has started shaping to such good level. See, what Pathak Saab was saying, Das Saab has the highest relationship in terms of an executive as a whole-time director. Yes, he has, today he will be leaving a very indelible footprints on our bank, because for more than around roughly 6 years, he is here. And he has done so many good work for all of us. And he has built a strong relationship only because of his down-to-earth attitude and his fighting spirit. He has always put Bank of India first. Whenever we used to see, जब भी हम कोई नारा भी देते थे, he used to say Bank of India Zindabad. Because for us, for him, it is mother institution which comes first. And just to say for his fighting spirit, because whenever we used to say, talk to him, he used to say, हमें बैंक ऑफ इंडिया का इमेज सुधारना है, हमें बैंक ऑफ इंडिया को उस मुकाम तक पहुंचाना है ताकि लोग गर्व महसूस करें कि हम बैंक ऑफ इंडिया के एम्प्लॉई हैं. तो उस फाइटिंग स्पिरिट के लिए कुछ लाइनें हमारे एक्स प्राइम मिनिस्टर अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी के पोयम से मैं लेना चाहूंगा. वो ऐसे हैं, जो हमारा बैंक ऑफ इंडिया को आज सही मायने में डिफाइन कर सकता है. दाव पर सब कुछ लगा है, दाव पर सब कुछ लगा है, रुक नहीं सकते. दाव पर सब कुछ लगा है, रुक नहीं सकते हैं, टूट सकते हैं मगर झुक नहीं सकते. यही कुछ पंक्तियां जो हमेशा उनकी स्पिरिट को अगर मैं समअप करना चाहूं तो इसी पंक्तियों में उनको समअप करना चाहूंगा. एंड विद दिस, ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ entire 27,000 officers, sir, across the country, even abroad, sir, wishing you a very happy, healthy, and a contented retired life, sir. Wish you pursue your hobbies of singing, because you are a very fond music lover, you are a sports lover, so wish you pursue that, sir. May God give you the best of the health and happiness in the coming years. And you have lived up to your name. Atanuji means divine. He is really a spiritual person. Always, the first day that he stepped in, he was about to step in as MD, he went to Siddhivinayak to meet Ganpati Bappa. So, wish you, sir, the best of the health. And may Almighty shower His choicest blessing upon you and your family. Thank you. Thank you once again.
Thanks, Nilesh. And now I request our Bank of India Employees Federation Union, Mr. Nandu Chauhan ji. Nandu Chauhan.
In fact, today is Das Saab's perhaps the last day in Bank of India. So he is retiring now. So on behalf of entire workforce of Bank of India, I wish him a very content and retired life, and also a healthy life in coming days ahead. And our Patak Saab said, your speech should be brief. Yes, it's a retirement. If somebody is retiring, you have to praise him. And simply praising will not work. You have to see and gauge the performance of a person who is retiring from the esteemed organization like Bank of India. Das Saab is retiring from Bank of India. So it was time in 6-7 years back when he joined here in Bank of India as a ED. He never thought that situation will be such a precarious and that Bank of India will sail through a very rough weather. Because initially when everyone wants to go higher ups and become an executive, that time everybody has his own dreams. So as a banker, he had his own dream that from coming from Vijaya Bank to Bank of India, he must have thought, चलो ठीक है, हम यहाँ ईडी बनूंगा और यहाँ से जाके कहीं भी एमडी भी बनूंगा. वो ऐसा बात भी उनके माइंड में आके गया होगा. But the moment he came in Bank of India, then Bank of India was really means finding that it is the selling will be very tough. The NPAs were mounting up, and the profits were not going up. They were in fact coming down. So that was the situation when precarious government policies के हिसाब से जो चल रहा था, और जो ऐसा लग रहा था कि अभी गवर्नमेंट क्या करेंगी, बैंकों पब्लिक सेक्टर बैंक बंद करेंगे, लेकिन इट नॉट हैपन. Banking industry is still there in the public sector and it will go on. तो बैंक ऑफ इंडिया के लिए तो बहुत अच्छा था कि पर्सन लाइक दास साहब, he came as ED, then he was ultimately elevated also as a MD of the bank, and he remained in the bank. So it was not the practice. Normally it was not the practice where a person, a general manager remains in the same bank as a ED or also in the same bank as a MD. But for last 6-7 years we have signed, it is the unfortunate part that all of us, during last 6-7 years we have seen that Bank of India was not at its best. Bank of India was going through a tough time, And maybe there will be so many, we had, as ultimately we are unions. Federation Bank of India Staff Union is one of the biggest unit of All India Bank Employees Association. And we are finding that some structural changes bank was bringing in, or whatever of the government policies bank was trying to pursue under the then leadership of whoever is the MD, then thereafter ED Saab, Das Saab, and then other EDs were also, Damodaran was also one of the EDs when the bank was going through all these problems. And then we thought that we are in problem, because bank, we had to sign a MOU first, then bank had to sign a PCA also. And like that it was going on. The government was trying to control how the situation which has emerged in banking industry is going to be sorted out. And they were giving so many problems they were trying to sort out. And ultimately, whatever was there, after much time, after much struggle, we could become a profit-making bank. As the Pathak Saab was saying, it was nearly 20 odd years, 20 odd weeks, 20 odd year quarters. 20 odd quarters we were not at all seeing. Every time when we had union meetings with the management, that every time we used to tell, कि हमें चाहिए, कुछ चाहिए. But bank used to say, no, it is not possible. But that period, during that period, Das Saab was a MD, then the ED, then he became a MD. All these, at least last 5 years, so at least we are seeing that something good is happening. Otherwise also something good is happening. Bank is now 117 year old. It's one of the oldest bank in industry. And there are so many ups and downs during the last 117 years we have seen. So many ups and downs. And every time the employees or the officers of the bank were not responsible at all. You have to think very coolly, then you will come to know. The employees are not at all responsible for the present position of banking industry. It is the government's policies. Frequently changing policies of the government has caused us this situation. But anyhow, we are coming out with our own performance, as Pathak Saab was saying, that we are trying to put in best efforts possible, and under the leadership of Das Saab, because we can see his leadership during last 6 years. It is the hallmark of his personality. He thinks cool. Because we as a union, when we are interacting, we had also conducted strikes during this period. Now also we are still, our fight is against the structural changes. Our fight is against the system. Against that system we are fighting, and we will be on strike. Maybe Das, or maybe some other person who will be in charge of the bank. Because we are fighting a system. The system, against systems when we fight, we will have so many problems. Problems with structural changes of the bank. We have problems, and we are continuously fighting against those problems. We have also suggested remedies also to the bank as a union, but unfortunately it has not been considered. It's okay. We have no grudge against anything, but we hope that bank, it is a 117-year-old bank, it must progress, because employees are good. If employees has talented, this bank has given to the industry so many executives and MDs and so many chairmen to the industry. When there is a quality is there, quality of employees can be felt. Because we will find that in all the banks, go any of the banks, some or the other from Bank of India must be executives. So that is all. That is the quality of our, and this is a strong point of our Bank of India. And I think that that will continue. And under this leadership and his leadership, I find that bank will prosper. I'm sorry, that's up. Bank will prosper, and bank will make further progress. COVID, yes, we have worked. COVID, we have worked hard, we work, all-round work we have worked very positively, and we have given the best, whatever during the COVID was required. I think that that is the most important point, that you should care for the society, and Bank of India is there, and this is the same society is going to help us in coming futures. I am on behalf of Bank of India staff. I wish Das Saab healthy and prosperous life. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Nanduji. Now I request Mr. Mukne from SCST Employees, OBC Employees Welfare Association. And my request, just keep brief. I mean, there are lot many speakers lined up. Yeah, just keep it small.
Highly respected ED, MD sir, and आज का उस्तव मूर्ति अतुल कुमार दास sir, Madam Das sir, respected EDs, Das Gupta sir, Subrat Kumar sir, CVO, our beloved Damodaran sir, CGMs, Patak sir, all zonal managers, GMs, DGMs, brothers and sisters. On behalf of All India Bank of India SCST OBC Association, we have had a very pleasant meetings, and whatever Government of India guidelines were there, Das Saab has fulfilled it and were executed by our day-to-day person whom we meet, CGM Patak sir. Dr. Baba Sahib has given whatever in the constitution the government of India has put up through DFS, national commissions, and those were implemented by our Bank of India MD A.K. Das sir. Recently you must have seen on TV, Das sir was interviewed by two interviewers, and Das sir was, without taking any pause, he was replying to the questions, and immediately other interviews were asking, and Das sir was answering the questions. We think Das Saab had thorough and depth knowledge of banking, and because of Das Saab, we could see much better situation in Bank of India. Sir, I will not take much time, but we find that during your time, our Bank of India, where nearly 22,000 SC/ST OBC members are there, and Das sir had said he got praises from DFS, Ministry National Commission, for fulfilling the backlog for SC/ST, not only SC/ST but OBCs also. So those who are OBCs and those who are joined in OBC cadre, they must be grateful to Das Saab and our association. This is because of association that OBCs were recruited in many numbers. In other banks, it is not done so. Das sir, you were very kind enough to meet us whenever you wanted. Our General Secretary, Mr. Kamble sir, myself, we knocked the door and you immediately welcome us. Even through WhatsApp, we talked to you and you are very kind enough. Sir, because of you, Bank of India graph is going ahead and ahead, rising top. Bank of India was getting one additional increment when Desai Award, Shastri Award was there. But when all awards were stopped and bypass settlement, bank were at par with others. But sir, because of you, we are seeing the good days, and we hope that you will find much better opportunity, because you know thorough banking in other fields, and you will continue to give your services. Sir, thank you very much, and we wish you all the success in your future tenure. Thank you very much. And on behalf of Bank of India, I wish him healthy, wealthy and prosperous second inning. Thank you, sir. Jai Bhim, Jai Bharat.
Thanks, Mukneji. And now I request CGMs to start with Manoj Das Saab to express his thoughts. And sir, same request, keep it brief.
Good morning, everyone. Let me take a deep breath first. Respected MD Saf, ma'am, and respected EDs, CEO Saf, and distinguished guests, my dear colleagues here, over there, on BCs. दिमाग में बहुत सारे कुछ चलता है. And I believe we are not prepared for this day. और खास करके स्पीच देने के लिए. Except Pathak Saab, he is always prepared for it. Anyway, the day has come. Professionally, I thank you, sir. Your hand-holding, inspiration, and we have accomplished only because of your hand-holding and जो बोलते हैं हिंदी में मार्गदर्शन. You have given the way out. We have performed. All of us have performed. And personal side, साहब बहुत जल्दी flare होते हैं. You will all agree, but it comes with a rider. Next 5 minutes, ड्रेसिंग डाउन होने के बाद 5 मिनट के बाद एक फोन आता है. दिल पे मत लेना. That gives the inspiration to us. ड्रेसिंग डाउन तो होना ही है. गलती किया तो ड्रेसिंग डाउन होना है. बट सब्सिक्वेंटली जो एक कॉल आता है, that inspires us. Yes, I had done mistake. I will not repeat that one. That's our motto. Sir, thank you for believing in us, believing in me especially when COVID time in MDG West 1, and believing us for the international operation as well as the corporate credit. Thank you, sir. My sincere gratitude to you, sir. And since Pathak Saab said it should be short and brief. So, on behalf of all of us, on behalf of everybody here, all my staffs, my colleagues, I sincerely thank you, sir, for your support, guidance, and last on the list, I believe we should take a resolution here, not resolution, again, January का महीना का resolution word आ जाता है दिमाग में. एक चीज हम ध्यान देना पड़ेगा कि हम लोग जो सोचा है, ड्रीम किया है हर कोई मीटिंग में, now the time has come to accomplish it. 31st March 2023 will be our litmus test. Let us prove ourselves. साहब ने जो मार्क दिया है हमको, जो इंस्पायरेशन दिया है, it is time to pay back. And that will be the fittest farewell to Saab. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And now I request my another CGM, Sinha Saab, to please express his thoughts.
नहीं सर. So, of course, we'll keep it short, but maybe I'll take half a minute more than what Manoj did. Respected MD and CEO Shri Das Sahab, respected ED Shri Swarup Das Gupta Sahab, ED Shri Subrat Sahab, the other two EDs in absentia, respected Damodran Sahab, all my dear colleagues and friends, Comrade Nilesh, Comrade Nandu Chauhan, and Comrade Mukne, a very good morning to you all. Friends, the occasion is of parting, and definitely the mood will be somber. But don't you think that the man who tried to put a smile on our faces quarter after quarter and year after year, who steered us through lean phases and brought us back to sunshine, be given a farewell with a smile. This smile is of appreciation, of gratitude, and it is for good luck. I wish that our respected Sri Das Sahab carries with him the memory of Bank of India smiling, out of woods, confident and happy. I am sure Sri Das Sahab will feel proud of that is his people. Resilience, grit and determination, our progress and our achievements. We are thankful to you, sir. You always supported any new initiatives, any social cause, and especially if it could help the staff. Sir, you were with us through or during the very challenging times, first through PCA and then through COVID. You prompted us to bring out several COVID-related initiatives, be it staff-related, be it credit-related. Each and every affected staff was reached out to and assisted in any way possible. Sir, I am personally witness and subject of your kind-heartedness, compassion and understanding. Today that I am standing here to bid you farewell, I am indebted to you, sir, and Bank of India family, who provided all help and moral support to me and my family during my own race against COVID. I thank you and respected ma'am. From the core of my heart, my family joins me in this. Kindly accept it, sir. I recall, sir, how your involvement and directions to the then States Department helped our Mumbai large corporate branch to rebuild the premises after it was literally gutted in a devastating fire in 2017. Sir, I recall how longingly you had said in the beginning of this financial year, after having declared the first dividend after 7 years, that the PLI was the next target. Sir, you not only wished, you have guided us in the right direction, and inshallah, we should achieve it. Thank you. Sir, under your constant guidance and encouragement, our asset quality functions have improved. My entire team of credit monitoring, recovery, and SARD extend deep regards and respects to you. I wish you, sir, and your entire family a very happy, healthy, and satisfied life ahead. May God bless you.
Thank you, sir. And now, before I call next speaker, I'm reminded of a particular episode. Even if there is a paucity of time, but I am not able to stop myself from sharing it. So, रवि जयसला साहब को मैं बुला रहा हूँ. हुआ क्या था कि 2020 के फाउंडेशन डे में साहब ने एक गाना गाया था, चाहूँगा मैं तुझे सांस सवेरे, फिर भी कभी मैं नाम को तेरे आवाज़ मैं न दूंगा. तो रवि साहब ने उसको अपना कॉलर ट्यून बना लिया था. 4-5-6 महीने तक उसको कॉलर ट्यून रखे थे. मैं एक दिन फ़ोन किया उनको, मैंने बोला साहब आपने तो APR में 10 नंबर बढ़ा लिए. एंड सेकेंडली अबाउट साहब जो है, दिस गाना मैनी टाइम्स सम्स अप हिज कि साहब कभी कभी वो जाओ अंदर जो है पड़ेगी तुम्हें, और फिर बाद में समझ में आया यार कि अगर साहब को चाहिए था तो बताना चाहिए था. I was sharing with someone कि okay, this sums up, okay, he will not tell you, you have to understand कि okay, what Saab wants and accordingly prepare yourself. And it's not like that, because I mean, he also cares that much, as Nilesh was sharing. If someone is in a difficult time, someone is sick, someone family members are sick, all of us will vouch for it. we have always received a call from Saab. So on this note, I now request Ravi Jaiswal Saab to please express his feelings.
Good morning, all of you. At the outset, I thank every one of you, especially HR, to give me a chance to stand here and speak out. So I am now licensed to speak. My beloved A.K. Das sir, respected Alka ma'am, and Chiranjeev, Anu, and other dignitaries on the dais, ex-directors, ex-executive director, ex-GMs, ex-colleagues, and my peer GMs, leaders, and my dear friends. When the announce was made yesterday in the Star House number 2 about this event, then I picked up my phone and I was there, I was watching WhatsApp message, one-to-one, what I had from the last 6 years. I saved them. So it is like this. It took nearly 1 hour, even if I quickly glanced through the messages. My staff members, they are coming and going out, coming and going down, surprised why I am seriously looking for 1 hour on the mobile. So it's a matter that I have the privilege of the longest tenure, seeing him as ED and also MD, because I was reporting to him when I was head of BU Rural, and then when he was MD and I was heading FRMD, now I am heading, so I was reporting to him. Just a few days after he landed in our bank, I reported to head office. Right from then, I was in close association with Das sir. So if I say what he has done to the bank, if I say what he has done to our community, then copy paste Ashok Pathak, copy paste Pawar, and all those copy paste. I do not want to do. See, my personal experience with him, when I go through those messages, of course images were not downloaded, but PDF files, text files, and all messages were there intact since 2017 and till the last exchange of greetings on the occasion of Makar Sankranti. So here, it's a messages, these are the events, a short film before me, a combination of emotions, commotions, conciliations, reconciliations, rebukes, but at the same time support and guidance. This I can sum up that this is the way he interacted with me all these 6 years. And I also remembered my joint venture with Shri Swarup Das Gupta when he was heading MSME and me rural. We were across the India, we were traveling, and we were burning midnight oil to reply to MD sir, I mean at the time ED sir's messages, numbers. If they are good, he will definitely appreciate us. If they are not there, then he was guiding us. So Mr. Swarup Das Gupta is a witness to that. So those were the golden times, and of course they are the, difficult times for the bank, but we struggled hard. He is the man of mission. Stop not until that is achieved, and he supported all the way. And he is the, I can say that easily, he laid the foundation stones for the agri, other priority sector, FI, and now there is a strong structure was constructed upon that. And during that foundation and those foundation laying stones, I was with him, along with Mr. Swarup Das Gupta ji. So I remember, now I do not crunch any numbers, but I can say 2017-18, we were investing thousands of crores of rupees. Nitin Deshpande, don't mind because I was rural, so I am taking a part of your achievement too. But we were investing thousands of crores in RIDF. And we were unable to reach the regulatory targets in priority sector. cut to the mid of 1920, we were achieving almost all the regulatory ratios except agriculture 18%. There are so many, ex-JDMs who are here now in front rows. There are ex-JDMs, ex-NBG GMs, and there are ex-CPC in charges are there here, ex-LDMs are there here, and active Nilesh was also there with us at that time. So it is from that position of investing in RADF and wasting our money, we came to such a situation now, kudos to him and also BU Rural, that we are able to make other banks to reach their priority targets because we are selling our excess targets to them. Not only that, all regulatory ratios were achieved. Really, it is a great achievement, and he made a mission when he was ED, and he accomplished once. Now he is leaving. But you know that he is leaving 5 months earlier. I would have one more privilege, retiring along with him on 30th June, but he is leaving us early, and we are we are back. So another thing is that the most gold loans. It was mere 1700 crores when we chalked out a plan. And there are many schemes, many turmoils, many hardships, struggles. From that mere 1,700, now it crossed 20,000 crores, capital conserving loan portfolio, and it is again his credit alone. Coming to the most, even central government has acknowledged, and we are topping the charts, even leaving behind State Bank of India, is financial inclusion. At the time when it was introduced, smooth going from PMJDY, SBY, JJBY is also okay, but APY, the most difficult one, because we have to deal with unorganized sector for selling pension and counseling them to save. It was the very difficult scheme at that time, but now credit goes to our MD sir that central government honored with first ranking public sector bank. Even if private sector bank also we were topping the charts. So financial inclusion, it is the buzzword, and we topped the chart. Coming to his other side, though he is a man of missions, but he is a man of celebrations also. He celebrated every victory right from the clerk and junior officer till the senior most officer. And the DC people might be remembering PM Kisan initiation, the data center, how he joined us to celebrate that achievement at Navi Mumbai. At the same time, CPC conclave, KCC saturation, everything whatnot, wherever I see, he celebrates the victory with all pomp and pleasure. Sir, it gives me immense pleasure. You are leaving us early, 5 months early. Otherwise, we would be together along with Manoj Das. साथ में हम लोग साथ में जाते बैंक से. But anyway, destiny is defined. और अशोक पाठक जो गाना के बारे में कह रहे थे, मैं नहीं गाऊंगा. तो ऐसा है, it's a beautiful song. And later, you believe or not, sir, when auto dealers or insurance agents from North India or Western other part, they were specifically telling what a ringtone you have, sir. We too love this ringtone, and they became best friends to mine. So the ringtone itself, I didn't expect that it will attract so many, executives from other institutions. Sir, I thank you for all what you have given. I am not going the other personal part. So it is very, thank you.
Thank you, sir. And now I request Pade sir to please speak a few words.
Yeah. Respected MD and CEO
Shri A.K. Das sir, Madam, respected EDs, Das Gupta sir, Subraj sir, respected CBO Gupta sir, respected EDs in absentia, Rajgopal sir and Kartikan sir, all my respected colleagues, including Namadran sir and CGMs, GMs, all the colleagues who have joined this webcast. Good morning and warm welcome to each one of you. You are aware of the occasion why we have assembled here. So, when the heart is heavy, what serve you? I shall be very brief in my address. So, my previous speakers have already touched upon our great leader and esteemed MD's personal attributes and how he has had a human approach during the difficult times. I had my difficult times both at personal and professional level. He has always supported, and I'll never forget that, sir. He has always encouraged us to give our best, to come over our limitations and think through differently, which will take us to near heights. He has been a great motivating factor for each one of us. I am not going to repeat the business figures or other parameters where other previous speakers have already touched upon. But definitely, the growth is visible in respect of both quantitative and qualitative parameters for which we'll ever remain grateful to our MD, sir. And particularly, nothing has been told about IT initiatives until now, so I'll touch upon a few IT initiatives which is most relevant here. When I reported to SAPS, he has given a complete freedom for us to go ahead with the IT initiatives. So with his support, we have been able to replace all the ATMs with new ATMs. We could get cash recycler machines which is of used to our customers, and all old passbook printing kiosks are being replaced, so that is also a great facilitating factor for the customers. And you are seeing, all the branches are seeing the new platform that is being built, and going forward that is going to definitely drive the growth in our, not only in the asset side but also in the liability side. We have seen the rollout of CRMs next, which is giving us a good results so far as lead generation is concerned. The complaints, digitalization of complaints is also going to help us to monitor it closely and to give the best and desired results to our customers. All of you must have seen the new redesigned website and with a refreshing and modern look. And thanks for all your support for this. Though we had pain points, but we have finally migrated to Pinnacle. We have enhanced our tech capabilities, and not only tech capabilities, sir, we have already booked more than 100 crore, which we would have not otherwise booked if we were still in Pinnacle 7. And thanks for all your support, encouragement, guidance for achieving this milestone in migration. And now, one area of digitalization where Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology used to publish scorecards for all the banks, including Bank of India. And I had assured and promised the then ED and present MD that, sir, will definitely improve our digitalization, and I'm happy to share, of course, Saab is aware of it. that we stood third, but with a equal marks as of second position. So again, my all my credits I owe to MD sir for his constant support and guidance. And all the branches across India would have seen how TAT has improved very significantly so far as customer complaints are concerned. So again, that is again another initiative that we have taken under SAP's guidance, and now the fruits are really visible. And these are some of the IT initiatives I could just mention, but there are many new and big projects which are in the process of being implemented, and going forward this is going to give great business benefits to our esteemed organization. And sir, forever will owe this to you as well. And now it is time to say goodbye. Even if we say goodbye, still you remain in the hearts of each BOI family member. And though we miss your guidance, we shall continue to be guided by your words of wisdom, and I am pretty sure that we will reach new heights in days to come, sir. And your family, including son-in-law, they have sacrificed a lot. Now it is time to hand over you to your family, sir. And now the time is fully yours. And I would pray to God that you remain healthy, relax a bit now, and lead a very blissful life. And thank you for everything, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Paddy sir. And before other GMs will be listening to them in boardroom, the last general manager, Mr. Sarikishan, before we start.
Guests of honor and most respected Mr. and Mrs. Das, Executive Director Swarup Das Gupta ji, Executive Director Subrat Kumar, CBO Gupta ji, ex-ED Mr. Damodran, CGMs, my fellow GMs, and my colleagues. Good morning to you all. I am last of the speakers from the management side. I have no choice other than to be brief. The speakers before me have covered a lot of ground. Nilesh spoke extensively about the trials and tribulations that the bank had faced over the last 6 years and how the bank overcame those under the stewardship of Mr. Das. Mr. Ashok Pathak listed out the kind of milestones that the bank has crossed over the last 6 years. There are many other personal attributes which the other speakers have alluded to. I will dwell on two qualities or skills of SAB which I and many in the audience greatly admire, sir. The first one is your speaking prowess, sir. I'm sure you'll all agree with me when I say that there are very few in the public sector space who are as eloquent and as articulate as Mr. Das. He can entrance you with his erudition. We are privileged to have someone as the head of the organization. Whenever he comes on TV, he leaves a lasting impression. And we feel proud that here is a man, whenever he comes on TV, he never utters a syllable which is out of sync. So whenever there is a public event where you are required to speak, I must share this with you, sir. आपके जो दो द्वारपाल हैं, अनिल और सुनील, हमसे बोलते हैं कि आप साहब के लिए speaking points बनाओ. We all get together, 2 or 3 GMs get together, spend a lot of time, collate a lot of information. About smartly, in order to impress you, we prepare the speaking points. And next day what we find is, Saab hardly picks up anything from that entire brief which we have prepared for them. आपने आज भी देखा होगा, Pathak quoted some poets, Nilesh quoted some poets. Saab rarely quotes anyone. क्यों? क्योंकि सांप को बाकी लोग कोट करते हैं. There is a second quality of yours, sir, which again I greatly admire. वो है sir, it's your razor sharp memory, sir. Coupled with that, he has deep analytical skills. That's a killer combination, I must tell you. Sir, I am tempted to narrate one anecdote. Sir, I'll take a bit of time. In one of the ALCO meetings, the risk management department was directed to present a paper on the correlation between the change in interest rates and the impact it has on the flow of deposits in our bank. And in the next ALCO meeting, RMD did not do the correlation exercise, and instead they came up with a regression analysis, which, to put it very mildly, was all over the place. The moment the scatter plot and the regression line was flashed on the screen, Saab asked, have you put the results through the t-test? And what is the R-square? For the uninitiated, R-square is a statistical measure that determines the deviation in the dependent variable that is explained by the independent variable. Head spinning? Right? He did not stop there. He said, I would be more interested in knowing the adjusted R-square, which is a better measure of the fit. Then he further asked, what is the p-value? P-value is the kind of statistical significance the test result has. Then he asked, what is your null hypothesis, by the way? Imagine हम सब लोग ना 2 साल FRM करने के 2 साल बाद हमारे फंडे गुल हो जाते हैं. Here is a man who must have studied economics and econometrics and statistics 30 years back, and still फंडे कितने clear है. Sir, we doffed our hats that day, sir. Sir, we'll miss your knowledge, erudition, wisdom, and wit, sir. You're leaving a big void, sir, which will be difficult to fill, sir. But, sir, there are whispers in the corridor that you're likely to take over as chairman of the largest pension fund of India. We wish, hope, and pray that we'll hear the news very soon. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Hari. Very great words. And now I'd like to invite, yes, we still call executive director. There are few executives we have come across in our life who are able to instill fear and confidence simultaneously. Yes, Damodran sir. जब miss is one person, when is, जब डांटते थे तो आपके जो बोलते हैं you are just लेकिन simultaneously confidence रहता है गुरु बचाने वाले तो आप ही हो. Sir, we are eager to hear you, Damodar sir.
Good afternoon. Respected Das, MD and CEO, and my dear friend Athanu, Alka Babi, Dipun, Anushka, Executive Director Swarup, Subrat sir, CVO Gupta sir, all the CGMs, GMs, DGMs and all the colleagues here, almost everyone has become a friend now after retirement, which privilege I did not have or I did not allow when I was holding the position. Actually, we have become family, myself and Das. I was to come here, but there was a lot of uncertainty. But I also received a message simultaneously. अलका भाभी ने मैसेज दिया, एज अ फैमिली मेंबर, ब्रदर्स कोई नहीं आ रहे हैं इधर, सो आई हैव टू बी हियर. Myself and Atanu, we both joined together. Actually, we gave the ED interview together on the same day. And totally contrasting personality दोनों का. He is lively and very jovial and takes people along very easily, and that was visible even on the interview day. The only other colleague GM on the interview day at BBB who I noticed, recognized and remembered was Atanu Das. क्योंकि वो उधर भी इंटरव्यू में everyone was tensed and we were all thinking about the interview process and what we are going to be asked. He was the one person who was talking with everyone, chatting with everyone, not only with the colleague GMs there, but even with the RBI people, the staff of BBB, everyone, he was very comfortable. तभी लगा ये जरूर बन जाएगा ED. Because he was so confident. And to my surprise, I was in New York in Bank of Baroda. By the time I landed here, he already joined. But so humble, he was the first person who met me downstairs when I got down from my car. He was there to receive me. He accompanied me to the temple आशीर्वाद लेने के लिए. And on the day I retired again, we both walked together to the temple again to take the blessings. And this journey of nearly 2 years and 10 months of togetherness here, I should say we 3 EDs and along with the ever bubbly MD Mahapatra Sahab and uske pehle Rego sir, we were having such a very good coordination, I should say. Jovially, Chaitanya used to call me Bada Bhai. I used to call Chaitanya Chota Bhai because I was knowing him from college days. He was 1 year junior. And we both used to call Das Mota Bhai. लेकिन वो अच्छा नहीं लगता था. He was not liking it. But कभी-कभी चिढ़ाते थे. But that was the way we gelled together as brothers. And it was a very tough time. And the tough time continued even after the lifting of PCI and my departing in the form of COVID. But certainly he has navigated the bank very efficiently to this. Yesterday, a day before, I was listening to his TV interview. As Harikishan or someone told, very eloquent, he doesn't require any briefing. उनके अंदर तो भी economist है, वो हमेशा दिखाई देता है when he talks. Unprepared, very freely and to the point. There were many moments Ashok का बोला कि मैं गुस्सा करता था. It was only for a reason, and next moment whoever comes in, they never felt that I had I was showing anger, but I was never angry. लेकिन दास का तो शॉर्ट टेम्पर, एज दे सेड, ऊपर जाता है और नीचे आता है इमीडिएटली. एंड आई यूज्ड टू वंडर ऑलवेज, दोनों ऐसा ही है घर पे. लेकिन दोनों इतना एक दूसरे के बिना रह नहीं सकते हैं, क्योंकि कभी भी हम बाहर जाते हैं फॉर एनी मीटिंग, दिल्ली और एनीवेयर, नॉट अ सिंगल डे और सिंगल नाइट ही विल ओवरस्टे. रात को 11 बजे भी दिल्ली का फ्लाइट पकड़ के वापस आ जाता था घर, बिकॉज ही वॉज नॉट एबल टू लीव. एंड एज आई सेड, वी वर ऑफ कॉन्ट्रास्टिंग पर्सनैलिटी. मुझे एसी नहीं चाहिए, उनको तो एसी चाहिए ही. एंड ऑलवेज इन अ मीटिंग, क्लोज मीटिंग, पर्टिकुलरली इन द टैल्को मीटिंग एंड ऑल, छोटा रूम होता था. आई यूज टू टेल स्विच ऑफ करो एंड ही यूज टू स्वेट एंड टेल चालू करो. ऐसा जुगलबंदी बहुत चलता था हमारा. बट वेर एवर आई लैक्ड, he used to compensate, he used to take the responsibility. Always, those GMs who were reporting to me, if someone else was there in my cabin, they were comfortable to go and chit chat with Das sir rather than coming and meeting me. That level of comfort he was able to provide to his colleagues. Down to earth man. And my nature was that I used to complete my work here. Ravi बोल रहा था कि रात को 11 बजे figure he was asking. He was 24/7 involved in the bank responsibilities, whatever he was shouldering. Unlike me, I leave this office. I was a family man, or my own interest I used to pursue. I used to put my phone on silence mode, never picked up any phone even on Saturday, Sunday if I think it is. Sometimes regulator or the owner used to try my number, got irritated that I did not pick up, they used to disturb Das. And he was so nice to me. He was knowing me that I am not interested in working on a holiday. Even though it was pertaining to my department, the data asked by the regulator or the owner, he used to call people, because we were staying in the same building, ek floor upar niche. He could have very well told called me or knocked my door and told, yeah, this is the firefighting call and you have to attend. But he never did that. He used to call people, get the data. By evening, he used to submit to the DFS or the RBI, and then he used to send a message, "Maine kaam kar diya." That was the level of commitment and understanding or love and affection that he had for me. It will be really difficult. हरकिशन के मुंह में क्या बोलते हैं, घी शक्कर. Agar if such thing happens, it will be a very nice and due recognition for Mr. Das, his capabilities. It should not go waste. But post-retirement अभी भी अलका भाभी बोल रहे थे कि मेरे साथ घूमेंगे, हमारे साथ, because we are very frequent travelers after retirement. So they have plans to join us. I don't know, I have to select only the hill stations, because in no other place you will be comfortable traveling. ऐसा ही जगह ढूंढेंगे. ऊंचाई देखने के बाद EBC is calling us. We will plan all those things.
ऊंचाई भी देखना पड़ेगा सर, और मतलब ज़्यादा चलना नहीं पड़ेगा.
Okay. But one best way of keeping engaged, if not traveling or reading or going for training, he is very good in teaching. Again, he may be having that plan also once he goes back. But one best way of being engaged is, inke haath mein hai, give a grandchild soon, so that they are busy, they really enjoy. As a grandfather, I thoroughly enjoy that part of life also. I wish the very best, Das Sahab, Alka Bhabhi, Dipun, Anushka, all the best to you. Wish you the very best. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. And now I request from Dais to start with our CVO Sri Gupta, sir.
Our respected MD, sir, Sri Das, sir, Mrs. Das, and their family members, respected Das Gupta ji, ED, sir, Subrat Kumar ji, Damodran, sir, all the CGMs and GMs from head office, and मेरे बैंक ऑफ इंडिया परिवार के सभी साथियों, जो लोग यहाँ प्रेजेंट हैं और जो लोग वर्चुअली कनेक्टेड हैं, आप सभी को मेरा नमस्कार. Really, it's a very emotional moment, and that too actually I did not have very long association with the Das sir immediately after my joining, and after very few days, this is the day when he's parting with the bank, he's going. Really, lot has been said about him, and that is true. Das sir, first of all, I would like to congratulate you on your superannuating, your successfully completing your tenure, not only as a MD, but as a banker. And I would say that every banker who joins the bank dreams of climbing up in the ladder of his career to reach at the pinnacle of the organization, and you have reached at that level. And whenever any person reaches at that level, then definitely I believe he has certain attributes, certain qualities, and many people have spoken about you. You have all those qualities. You are really a man of masses, I would say. I am seeing the gathering here. People were standing for more than 1 hour to attend your function. And Mr. Nilesh, as he mentioned in his speech, that you were ready to listen him at any time. You are always open for the common man, and I believe for a leader, first he should be open, he should be easily accessible to everyone. Then only he can easily drive the business or drive the organization very well. So that quality you are having, and you are really very down to earth. I could get only twice I could get the chance to interact in a very short this interaction. I could gather that he is really down to earth, very humble, and very quick in decision making. Really, sir. And I would really miss your leadership. I could not get time to have your guidance, since it is a very short tenure. And friends, as many speakers have mentioned, that he is a social banker, and which really reflects his heart also. He is very close to the people, very close to the people. And again, due to that only, in spite of all odds in the banking industry, I would say, when bank had gone, as Pathak ji said, bank had gone in the PCA, and during his tenure as a ED and as an MD, not only bank came out of PCA, but bank registered continuously profit for the last 12 quarters. That is a really great achievement, and I think we should all give him a standing ovation for the 10 lakh crore business bank achieved. That is organic business bank has achieved without any amalgamation or without anything. Other banks achieved this business by this amalgamation and inorganic way, but Bank of India, under his leadership, bank has achieved this 10 lakh crore business and continuously profit. And I would also endorse the views of my earlier two speakers. I was also watching CNBC day before yesterday when the results were announced, and I used to see him in the VCs when DFS was conducting. I also got the opportunity in my previous bank along with my MD to attend many VCs, and I used to see him from Bank of India side. But for the first time I saw on the TV, and he was really very firm while replying the questions of the interviewer, and he presented very well. And again, I would congratulate him and entire Bank of India for giving wonderful results for December quarter. Bank has not only registered very good growth in profit, but good CASA growth, then arresting the NPA level also. So very good growth. All of you are really, my compliments to all of you. really we will be missing the leadership of Das sir. Sir, I wish you a very happy and healthy second inning and all the best. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, due to paucity of time, I think 12 o'clock onwards people have to leave. So our other GMs and both our executive directors, they have decided to speak in the boardroom. Today, before we hear MD sir, first we would like to start felicitations. I request Das Gupta sir to please hand over. Yeah. ये हटा दो. I request Das Gupta sir to please hand over plant to staff. Another flower plant to Madam Malka Das by Subra Kumar sir. Shawl and Srifal by Das Gupta sir to MD sir. Silver plate by Subrat Kumar sir. Sir, memento. Memento by Sivio sir. ये भी सर के लिए ये किसके लिए भास्कर मैडम के लिए I request Anurag and Anushka also to please join. Yeah, please. Please come. Okay. So, sir. Okay. फिर लेने के लिए भी कोई रहो ना. Anushka, yeah. आपको दास होता सर. Anushka. हाँ सर सर्टिफिकेट साहब के लिए बाद में सर के लिए चला. Now I request Association, Union and SCST Welfare Association as well as our Kamgar Sena to please come and for felicitation. One by one. Nilesh. Yeah.
Yes, this is the. Part of ESG.
Thanks, Nilesh and team. Yeah. Now, Chauhan ji.
I'm missing this my
ठीक है अभी
Thank you. आइए, आइए। अपने साहब, कैसा है? मस्त है। उनके मैसेज मिला धन्यवाद दीजिएगा जो मैसेज मिला
सर साहब का सुनेंगे ना
good friend. Thank you.
So we enjoyed a lot.
Thank you. I also learned a lot of things from you. Encouragement all the time, appreciation. That kept me going.
Yeah. Thanks, Mutta ji.
पाटिल साहब को मिस कर रहा हूँ. Thank you.
Sir, from Kamgar Sena.
Thank you. Yes, Chauhan साहब, नंदू जी. I'm not grateful for whatever you supported me. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's okay.
Very
Yeah.
because time is short.
Ma'am, please take say. Sir. Yeah, Anushka, you can sit. No problem. Anurag, you can have seat. Yeah, please have.
वो लोग नीचे चले गए. Anyway, खत्म होने वाला है.
ठीक है.
चलो आ जाओ.
आ जाओ अनुष्का. Yeah. Now, before I invite Saab for his speech, I request all of you to please stand up and give a big round of applause.
I take 5 minutes, okay, not much.
Time is yours.
Kindly take your seat, please. सबसे पहले तो ये कहूँगा समय समाप्ति की घोषणा. और टिपिकल केबीसी वाली आवाज, हुटर बज गया. All my colleagues here, executive directors, CGMs, GMs, my former colleagues and well-wishers, Damodaran ji, Chauhan ji, all those staff members who have managed to stay back despite some, restricted movements in traffic in BKC and around BKC. Many people, many colleagues of mine who have joined virtually from all parts of the country and world over. I'm sorry if I'm missing out anybody. Yes, our partners in progress, our federation, representatives, office bearers, association, union, and if I'm missing out any, I think I include one and all, entire 53,000 Star Parivar members. It's indeed a very, very important day in my professional as well as personal career.
My family is here, of course. I didn't include their name because it is understood that whatever I do or I don't do is all because of them and because of their support and all. I keep doing what I have been doing for the last 5 years, 11 months, Ashok, 2 days. Okay. So figures, he was, so I thought I will just remember that. It's been a fascinating journey. I think many of the speakers, including my former colleagues and our other GMC, GM colleagues, they have also mentioned our numbers, so no further number crunching here. Only probably it will be Thanksgiving only, in a way that is befitting to the situation as also the kind of contribution that people have made. I will slightly differ from few of the earlier speakers, maybe by spur of the moment or by sheer, their thought process, flow of emotions, they gave me kind of all the credits for whatever good has happened in this bank during the last 4, 5 years, 6 years. But I must say here, as I always keep saying, my contribution will be very, very minuscule all the time. And there cannot be any individual success in a big organization like ours. It can be only collective success or collective failure if in that case arises. So all of us collectively have pursued certain goals with lots of difficulties, with lots of roadblocks, with lots of impediments, natural as well as sometimes created. That happens in any people-centric organization. We are not alone in that. But the taste of the pudding, as they say, last 12 quarters profit and progressively improving profitability more than anything else. Because I, for that matter, attach little more importance compared to top line to various bottom line and the features which the market sees and recognizes. I'm sure all of you had made it possible. International, they have done a commendable job. LCBs, they have done a commendable job collectively. Our NBGs also they have done. So also many other entities. I'm only talking about, as I always say, a retold, analytical, yes, that's a kida, it's refusing to die. That's why I very rarely look at the aggregate numbers. I would always feel like or inclined to look at dissected numbers. Agar there are 53,000 staff, 69 zones, 13 NBGs, whether all are contributing equally or equitably. That's what I was saying in the Zonal Heads Conference. Whatever we have achieved, I still believe we got around 50% capacity left in all of us. And once we do that, I think sky will be the limit. Somebody was asking about return on asset. What's your take? Can we cross 1% the global benchmark? I had to be realistic. It can't happen in 2.5 months. So I confined myself to 0.75, but then I sort of assuaged them that probably maybe in the next year or next half year, we may cross 1%. As of now, I know only Bank of Maharashtra in the PSB pack, they have crossed return on asset. But again, these are numbers. Market recognizes numbers. Sometimes market discounts even good performance, like it happened day before yesterday, when we had done exceptionally well. All the channels, all the papers, they were, but again, overall index was down. So performance is one thing market always identifies and recognizes, but at the same time, there are also other factors. Now, having said that, there are many other success stories also about people were appreciating my involvement, especially post PCA and during COVID. COVID was a very, very tough time. I think Ashok and Rajgopal ji, in absentia now, we were almost taking stock of things on a daily basis. And I used to keep telling them, if staff are happy, we at least give some moral support. Any calls coming from anywhere, please attend to it. Somebody is not finding it easy to get a bed somewhere or an oxygen somewhere. Spare some efforts. If it happens, fine. Otherwise, at least we'll have the satisfaction. That's how initially, when there were, people were suffering, right from one case in Gujarat, our, I think, Praful Getia, his name. So I had called him but again, gradually the numbers became so large that it was not possible for me. Otherwise, initially, at least people will, feel little morally strong. So that human thing, I think, it's for everybody. Sometimes in the situation or spur of the moment, we forget that aspect. We are so obsessed with, mandates from the regulator, mandates from the DFS. But again, that is our basic human value. I always request all of you to please maintain that. Because human value, it is, if it is demonstrated properly, and if it is acted on properly, it remains a lifetime value. All these positions and all these are all temporary things. Aaj yahan kal kahan, kisko malum nahi. But this human value is something which keeps bonding you for a lifetime. So let's keep doing that. I will thank all of you once again collectively, those who have joined today, those who could not make it, including our Karthikeyanji and Rajgopalji, who are busy in a DFS meeting. I will thank profusely, with sincere gratitude to all of you for making it possible. It's never a one-man job, it's never a one NBG job. It has to be a collective endeavor, then only we will get the desired outcome. I will thank the Government of India, DFS, the regulator. Yes, there have been tough times also, but again, it's a role play. I think without any kind of ill feeling or any kind of collateral, thought process, I think let's keep on going about doing our job. I think definitely we have succeeded. Many of my vertical heads are here, their support staff are here. There are many things where we have succeeded. But then, regulator is after regulator. We have to abide by the mandate. We may sometimes differ in our interpretation, but this is the final word. You like it or not, we need to keep. I will come to that during the end, because when I will request all of you for compliance thing. Our board of directors, right now the board of directors and the previous board of directors, including our erstwhile chairman, sir, Mr. Padmanabhan, Mr. Mahapatra, Mr. Rigo, so many are there. One of the most vibrant boards, and we have had difficult times with quorum issues and numbers. Always board was in the forefront to support each and every move that we all collectively used to take during COVID, pre-COVID, post-COVID. Yes, cost income and other things, there have been kind of fatkars many times, but again, those were justified because we used to remain outlier. Now it's a different thing that for the last 2 quarters, we are on a sound footing. That is what we have, all our teams have made collectively possible. If required, God willing, we can take it below 47 also. Basic intent of quick action, result-oriented action is to silence the critics. इतना मैं सबको कहूँगा. Knowledge is secondary. Your other kind of human relation also is secondary. But I am tempted to say this at the end, but I am now tempted. Our self-respect, self-esteem, कोई उंगली नहीं उठा सकता है. That जज्बा at every level, not only in head office, not only in NBG. जैसे मैंने जनरल हेड मीटिंग में जो जितने भी आलोचक हैं सबकी बोलती बंद करना. And that बोलती can be eliminated if we act in complete coordination and with a purpose. In many cases, I think our GOD department, our other FI department, IT department is struggling also to accomplish things. It is happening slowly. But our self-respect, self-esteem over everything else, this applies from a part-time employee till the MD and CEO level. If that is taken care of, I think half the battle won. Apart from board, I think our union, association, federations at every stage, by and large, things have gone very smoothly. I have always said in CCC meetings and in my one-to-one conversations also that we are there. We need to have a little bit of endurance because there are multiple constraints working around us. Our PCA, our loss-making thing, and so many other challenges were there. Now that we have made the financials almost, consistently good and progressively good, I think we have every, reason to go to the next level and take some more. There are many employees I have shared with Mr. Rajgopal, I have shared with Ashok Pathak. There are many other employee-centric activity that we can think of now, including training, including other modes of recognition. I'm sure they will take it forward. Now, perception. Because I may not get a chance to speak to such a large audience hereafter. Perception matters a lot in our daily life, personally and professionally. What I'm given to understand, that financials, sound financials notwithstanding, it is perception in some quarters that could have possibly eroded the bank's image. Someone was making a mention about the image. And it's a highly, it's not substantive, it is normative only. We all distinguish between both the concepts. It can, normative means from one person to another, it can change its shape, it can change its content, so many things. But probably it does the most irreparable damage. Otherwise, with fundamentals in place, more or less, some compliance issues are there. I'm sure all of you will take care of that. Why perception should be negative? I have heard kind of extreme statements also, directly and indirectly, implicitly, explicitly. Why it should happen like that? Friends, let us not think about what are the outside constraints. हमारे मुट्ठी में जो है, let's take control of that. ये जज्बा रहेगा. There may be interpersonal differences. I have seen also certain groups and all, it happens. In a family it happens. कोई मतलब ये नहीं है कि there is no surprise कि it happening in our bank and other banks also. But आपसी रंजिशें, differences को ख़त्म करके एक shared objective के साथ जाएंगे. I am sure जो हमारे मुट्ठी में है उसको हम आसानी से हासिल कर सकते हैं. आज जैसे मैंने बोला, we have one thing, PLI will come definitely. We are well on course. That nobody can deny. And in fact, that will be the cherry on the cake. But critics and perception issues, we have to, it's no MD's job, no ED's job. It is the job of entire rank and file, irrespective of any cadres. जाते जाते सबको फिर से धन्यवाद दूंगा मैं, और समय तक काफ़ी रहेगा मेरे पास. I am here for some time. Most likely I am continuing with these numbers only. Ravi is smiling. He is expecting a small song. He can make a color tune again. Yes, I will not disappoint you. 4 line sunaunga jarur, because this is my swan song. So I will. But please, success comes very hard. I will request from the core of my heart, everybody, don't leave any room for complacency of any form. मैंने देखा उसका, I have seen the bad effects of you are slightly complacent. ये 2.5 महीना हमारे पास है. वर्ल्ड कप हॉकी चल रहा है 70 मिनट, ये 2.5 महीना हमारे पास है अभी ऑलमोस्ट. We must leverage that. And top line, bottom line, compliance, तीनों चीज़ को ठीक करना है हमको. So that मार्च में PLI के साथ साथ ये सब चीज़ भी ठीक हो जाएगा. I'll be definitely watching from outside, but I'll be cheering also. If possible, if I'm around, I may interact with many of you also. Swarup, Subrata here, Karthikeyanji and Rajgopal, they are there. I think Damodaran was mentioning about, troublesome trio or triumphant trio, 3 musketeers they used to call, all 6-footers moving around together. I think our EDs, Subrat for that matter, he has joined very recently, but to me it was appearing as if he is here for the last so many years. And Swarup, of course, our Delhi Virat Kohli, homegrown. So Rajgopal and Karthikeyan, I think all of us can join together and continue and take it to the next level. Whosoever comes, whenever anybody comes at the helm and all, again I'm sure, I have a firm belief that all the good things will be carried forward. If there are any course correction required, let that be done also, because our collective, system will work better, and new initiatives. IT for that matter and compliance, there are 2 unfinished agenda according to me. IT, many things are in advanced stage, but March 31 तक उसका पूर्णाहुति करते हैं. Sudhir and Rajesh, Satya, I will request all of you, February का timeline दिया हो, super app हो या digital lending हो, और देर नहीं करेंगे. For that also we are being asked questions. I am sure as chucked out, they will definitely unleash it before March. So thank you very much. I think it's getting late. Just Charlene, as a matter of my gratitude, I have sung it earlier once also. पहले I used to sing तुझको चलना होगा, but आप चल चुके हो, ठीक है? तो अभी आपका टाइम है आपको शुक्रिया बोलने का. So to hear all of you, those who have not joined and those who have joined virtually, I will just say, यारों ने मेरे वास्ते क्या कुछ नहीं किया, 100 बार शुक्रिया रे 100 बार शुक्रिया, तुम जैसे मेहरबां का सहारा है दोस्तों, ये दिल तुम्हारा प्यार का मारा है दोस्तों, एहसान मेरे दिल पे तुम्हारा है दोस्तों, ये दिल तुम्हारा प्यार का मारा है दोस्तों. Thank you and wish you all the best. God bless you.
Thank you. This is from our Pune team. Sir, John Sab, you please join. Everyone, with this we have come to the end of today's function. This function at 3:30 we will be joining at boardroom. Thank you everyone. Thanks everyone. Sir. Thank you.